Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Blue Ice Talks. I'm Blue and I like to talk about figure skating. In today's video, I'm going to give a summary of the events that occurred this week, and also we're going to discuss the qualifiers for the Grand Prix final. The first event I'm going to discuss is the Challenger Series event, the Warsaw Cup, which was held in Poland and had events for senior men, women, pairs and ice dance. In the men's event, Wladimir Samoilov from Poland won the gold, with Gabriel Frangipani from Italy winning the silver, and Ivan Shmoratko from Ukraine winning the bronze. In the women's event, Catherine Medland-Spence from Canada won the gold, with Ekaterina Kurakova from Poland the silver, and Marina Pireda from Italy the bronze. In the pairs event, Anastasia Metelkina and Luka Berulava from Georgia won the gold, with Anastasia Vipin-Law and Luke Digby from Great Britain the silver, and Fiona Bombardier and Benjamin Mima from Canada the bronze. And in ice dance, Evgenia Lopareva and Jeffrey Brizeau from France won the gold, with Emily Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik from USA winning the silver, and Hannah Lim and Ye Kwan from Korea the bronze. And now, let's discuss the Cup of China. So the Cup of China is the sixth event in the ISU's Grand Prix series and the final one before the Grand Prix final, so this is skaters' last chances to get spots for the final. In the men's event, Shun Sato from Japan won the gold, with Mikhail Shaidarov from Kazakhstan winning the silver, and Adam Xiaohim-Fa from France the bronze. The highlight of this event for me was Denis Vasilyev's from Latvia's his free skate, because I absolutely adored it, and his quadruple salcho was like butter on the landing. In the women's event, Amber Glenn from the USA won the gold, with Japan's Monet Chiba winning the silver, and Cheon Kim from Korea winning the bronze. I didn't get to watch as much of this event as I would have liked to, but I really enjoyed Cheon Kim's gala performance. In the pairs event, Sara Conti and Niccolò Macci from Italy won the gold, with Minerva Fabian Haas and Nikita Volodin from Germany winning the silver, and Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud from Canada winning the bronze. I again didn't get to see as much of this as I would have wanted to, but I again enjoyed Sara Conti and Niccolò Macci's gala performance. It was so much fun. And then in the ice dance event, it was back to business as usual. Charlene Guinard and Marco Fabri from Italy won the gold, with Marjorie Lahoui and Zachary Laha from Canada winning the silver, and Christina Carrera and Anthony Pomerenko from the USA winning the bronze. Again, I didn't get to watch this event, unfortunately. And so with all of the Grand Prix events now done, let's discuss who's qualified for the final and my predictions. With Ilya Malinin and Yuma Kageyama the only skaters to win both their Grand Prix assignments, they've qualified first and second with 30 points. Qualified in third is Shun Sato with 28 points after 1 silver and 1 gold. Qualified in fourth is Adam Xiaohim-Fa with 1 gold and 1 bronze, giving him 26 points and putting him ahead of Kevin Amos, who also has 26 points but got that with 2 silvers. And then the sixth and last qualifier is Daniel Grasso from Italy. The alternates are Mikhail Shaidarov from Kazakhstan, Andrew Torgashev from the USA, and Koshiro Shimada from Japan. My predictions for the podium for the Grand Prix final, assuming no changes to the original 6 lineup, is that Ilya Malinin and Yuma Kageyama will win gold and silver respectively. I think the bronze medal is probably up for grabs and will likely be between Shun Sato and Adam Xiaohim-Fa. If I had to guess now, I'd probably give it to Shun Sato because I believe that Adam is injured. Of course, the final is in 2 weeks' time, so there is time for Adam to heal, and there's also time for withdrawals, changes, who knows what will happen. And now onto the women's event, and this has been fondly dubbed Japanese Nationals featuring Amber Glenn as a special guest. After winning both of their events, Kaori Sakamoto and Amber Glenn have qualified in first and second respectively, both with 30 points. Qualified in third is Wakaba Higuchi with 1 gold and 1 silver, giving her 28 points. And qualified in fourth is Hana Yoshida with 1 gold and 1 bronze, giving her 26 points. This puts her above both Monet Chiba and Rino Matsuike, who also have 26 points after they got 2 silvers each in their assignments. Rinko Watanabe with 20 points is the first alternate, with Cheon Kim with 20 points the second, and Rion Sumiyoshi with 20 points the third, and those are all separated by tiebreakers. For my podium prediction, I'm going to put Kaori Sakamoto as the gold medalist, as she has won it before, and she also qualified in first place for the final. For silver and bronze, I'm a little bit less sure. I think it's not as clear-cut as, for example, the ice dance or the men's event. But I am going to say I will put Wakaba Higuchi the silver medal, and then the bronze will be between Amber Glenn and Monet Chiba. That being said, I'm absolutely not counting out Hana Yoshida or Rino Matsuike. I honestly think this is one of the hardest women's events to predict in a while, so it's going to be really exciting to watch. And so now onto the pairs event. Diana Stellato Dudek and Maxime Deschamps were the only pair to win both of their assignments, and so they've qualified in first with 30 points. Qualified in second, third and fourth, we have Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara, Minerva Fabian Haas and Nikita Volodin, and Sara Conti and Nicolo Macchi, who all have 28 points after they got 1 gold and 1 silver. And then qualified in 5th and 6th, we have Anastasia Metelkina and Luca Berulava, and Ellie Cam and Danny O'Shea, who both have 24 points, with Anastasia and Luca qualifying above them because of their gold medal at one event. And for the alternates, we have Rebecca Gilardi and Filippo Ambrosini on 22 points, and then Maria Pavlova and Alexei Svitochenko, and Elisa Efimova and Misha Mitrofanov, both on 20 points. If you'd asked me my podium predictions for the final before the Grand Prix series had occurred, I would have said Miura and Kihara, gold, Stellato Dudek and Deschamps, silver, and Hassa and Volodin, bronze. I'm still sticking to that, but I do think that it could be contested between Miura and Kihara and Stellato Dudek and Deschamps between gold and silver. I'm fairly confident that Hassa and Volodin will win bronze, but I personally would like to see Conti and Macchi maybe jump up and claim the bronze medal as they've done before. Again, that's not to say that I'm counting out Metelkina and Berulava or Cam and O'Shea, because after all, Metelkina and Berulava have beaten Miura Kihara on the circuit, but this is just my prediction for now. We'll see what happens and we'll see how right or wrong I am. And then finally, let's discuss the ice dance qualifiers. So Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson are the only team to have won both their assignments, and so they've qualified in first with 30 points. And then qualified in second, third and fourth, all with 28 points, are Madison Chock and Evan Bates, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier, and Charlene Guinard and Marco Fabri, and they all got 1 gold and 1 silver on the circuit. And then qualified in 5th and 6th, both with 26 points, are Evgenia Lopareva and Jeffrey Brizeau, and Marjorie Lahoui and Zachary Laha. Evgenia and Jeffrey qualified above them because they won one of their events, whereas Marjorie and Zach got 2 silvers. The first alternate with 24 points is Christina Carrera and Anthony Pomnarenko, and then with 20 points each we have Olivia Smart and Tim Dieck, and Alison Reed and Saulis Ambrolevicius. Although there have been some upsets on the Grand Prix series, I would still say for the podium prediction that I think Madison Chock and Evan Bates will probably win gold, with Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier the silver, and Charlene Guinard and Marco Fabri the bronze. However, as a big Fear Gibson fan myself, I would absolutely love to see them medal, and if they could win the event, that would be incredible. Still, I wouldn't want to count against those big 3 teams. So there are no sort of big events in terms of Challenger Series or Grand Prix events in the next week, but the week after we have the Golden Spin of Zagreb, which is the final part of the Challenger Series, and we also have the Grand Prix final. So next week I won't be doing a video on an event summary, I will be doing a different style of video, but the week after that will be another summary video. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. If you have a topic that you'd like me to discuss, please let me know in the comments, or you can find me on social media through my card in the description below. I've also linked all of the event pages, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!